top focus right now are updates on the Parliament security breach. Remember, on the anniversary of the 2001 Parliament terror attack, 5 people, 1 mastermind and 4 people on the ground managed to breach the security of the Parliament and create a ruckus within the House before they were overpowered by the members of Parliament. Now, Delhi's Patiala House Court has sent the mastermind, Lalit Mohan Jha, a key accused in the Parliament security breach incident, who is, like I said, the mastermind, to 7-day custody of the Delhi Police Special Cell. However, the Delhi Police have sought custody for 15 days. Jha was arrested after surrendering, remember, to the police on Thursday night itself when this incident took place. Meanwhile, a 7th arrest has also been made in the matter. Delhi Police Special Cell has arrested a man by the name of Mahesh after interrogation. Mahesh has been arrested by the Special Cell for helping Lalit Jha orchestrate the security breach. He, in fact, helped accused Lalit Jha stay in Rajasthan and was well aware of the entire plan and plot. He is also going by the name of Vicky. However, this man who has now been arrested was not in the Parliament during the attack. There are, of course, now a slew of questions that continue to loom. Who exactly are these people? What was their true intention? And what really will be revealed next in the security breach probe? There is a lot of information that has now come out as far as this particular case is concerned. I'm going to take this conversation forward. With me, I have on the broadcast Mr. Ellen Rao and Himanshu Bhatt as well. Himanshu Bhatt, the Delhi police, as per some reports, has said that before, in fact, finalizing this particular plan, which was to jump into the Lok Sabha chamber and create the ruckus inside and open up those smoke canisters with 2 people outside simultaneously doing the same thing, there also, these offenders, they had explored certain other ways that they thought would be more impactful. They had also considered self-immolation in the house. What do you make of some of these revelations that are coming out, Himanshu? But I'll get into the specifics in just a moment. But overall, when we see this incident now, there are 4 people who are sent to the Parliament. 2 of them managed to get inside, which is what the mastermind has also said, that one of the biggest problems we faced was actually getting the passes finally and reaching inside the house. They've revealed that in the interrogation. But 2 people are sent inside. They are somehow convinced that you jump from the gallery into the house and you start creating this ruckus. Other 2 people, and all of these are young people, other 2 people are standing outside and they're chanting slogans and they're also releasing smoke bombs. Meanwhile, the mastermind is sitting somewhere in Rajasthan and watching all of this happen, play out on a television screen. So he's not the one who's come inside. He's not the one who's actually either inside or outside or even in Delhi. He's managed to put himself in another location entirely and he's watching everything happen on his television screens. And on the night of the attack, he comes and surrenders at the Kartavya Path police station. When we hear the story as it is, what are your first thoughts? Sir, I'm going to have to request you to unmute yourself.
Yeah. Now, am I audible?
Yes. Go ahead.
The first thought which comes to the mind is, see, 4 people were seen actually, 2 managed to enter into the house, 1 jumped. Now the distance from the visitors gallery to the MP's places is about 20-25 feet. How did the man manage to jump 20-25 feet unhurt? Because 20-25 feet is about 2 floors. And any common man, any unemployed youth, trying to jump like this might break a leg or a hand or something, might injure himself. This man unhurtedly is able to jump in and run. Open up a canister, a smoke comes out. See, this raises lots and lots of questions. Number 1, how did he manage to get a canister inside? Was it already there? There people say, police says, some sources of police say, it was in his shoes. Was it not checked? Was he not frisked thoroughly? It's a serious security breach. That's one. Another thing is, this was done with a canister and a smoke bomb. Smoke was not harmful in any way. It could have been a chemical warfare of any type, and it could have killed people. It could have been very, very dangerous. But that has not happened. So this is very clear. It was to create create an impression, or create a ruckus, create a hullabulla, drawing the attention, telling the world that India is still not a safe place. It's as simple as that. I look at it. When such unemployed youth could get through a Sansad Bhavan, jump into the Sansad, create a ruckus, it's a message, straight message to the world that security and everything is still not right in India. Don't come to India. This is what is my first thought, and I can see RVS Maniji, and Maniji, both of
Yes.
them. And RVS Mani will be able to shed more light, because he was with the Home Department, and he knows exactly how the Sansad function. We know that. And so this sort of a thing, this is more to draw attention. See, more than an incident, creating a hoopla around the world, a hullabulla around the world. And then simultaneously, within few hours, you have some opposition MPs creating ruckus in the house, demanding an arrest for the person who gave a pass. And we all know how the visitors' pass are issued. It's all right that a BJP MP had issued. But then what about that which came out today? This man, this Lalit Jha, or whoever you are calling Mastermind,
Yes.
there are photos available of that man with a TMC MLA in West Bengal. The man was in Rajasthan. There were two people from Mysuru. There was a woman from Haryana. So many things are suspicious. So many, doubts are created. There were some MPs. Maniji will tell you exactly. Looking on one side when a man was running, as if expecting him. This has also happened. If you see the scenes of that day.
Okay.
So there are so many things, which need to be known still. Nothing much has been revealed by Delhi police if they know also. And Amit Shah ji said yesterday, Home Minister very clearly said, within 15 days we'll come out with all the truth. But this looks to be, on the face of it, on the first impression, it looks to be selling the image of the country.
Okay.
Drawing attention on one side and selling the image that not everything is still hunky-dory here.
Okay, Himanshu, but I'll come back to you. RVS Mani, let me bring you into the conversation here. When you see and when you read the facts now as they've come out, what are your first thoughts? Who exactly are these people? Given the fact that this attack is also taking place, obviously on the anniversary of the 2001 Parliament terror attack, but at the same time it's also happening at a time when there is a man in a foreign land, America, who has already threatened to blow up an Air India plane and also threatened to attack the Indian Parliament. And then you see that these 5 people have managed to execute what is obviously turned out to be a very shabby and poorly executed plan, but in their minds, they're thinking that, oh wow, we've done such a good job and we've actually managed to grab everybody's attention. So RVS Mani, what are your first thoughts? Are these just people who want attention, because there's no shortage of crazy people anywhere? So are these people who are just grabbing attention, or is there something more sinister happening here?
I will walk you through what has basically happened. You are right that a gentleman, a separatist or whatever it is, he has been shouting from outside that he will blow up the Air India plane, which he did not happen, 19th of November. In fact, one of my close friends had provoked him by traveling on 19th of November Delhi to Amritsar, and 19th of November Canada, that is the 20th November from Amritsar to Delhi, and nothing happened. He had brazenly challenged him. That is number one point. Number 2 point is, see, basically the fellow had also, the same person had also said that this is the way I will blow up the parliament on 13th, the 22nd anniversary of the parliament attack. And we all know that the genesis of the separatist movement for which that gentleman stands for, issuing threats from USA or Canada or wherever, from USA in this case particularly, is now the center of that is around Amritsar, Doaba region of Punjab and all. And is it a coincidence that only the Amritsar MP got it? The member of parliament from the opposition representing Amritsar caught him. That's a point which everybody is missing. I'm sure Delhi police will come out with a much more cleaner hand about it. That is my first hunch. How come that there are 440 MPs, as my previous speaker had said, Himanshu ji had said, that people were, it will also reveal that some people were looking at the where these people were expected to jump instead of looking at the chair, and ultimately one MP, it could have been a Rayalaseema MP, it could have been a Kurnool MP, it could have been a Vadnagar MP, but how come that only an Amritsar MP got him, and this is also linked to Amritsar and all these things? So that is first question we need to ask. Is it a part of a toolkit? Is it a part of a design? That is the first thing which came to my mind. And having said that, now they are, right from the day, immediately they found out which MP had issued the pass. The person called that Gowda has been, Manoranjan Gowda had been visiting him. He belongs to that constituency. And generally the people from the constituency have a desire to go and see the war. MP also tries to show his skills about trying to watch and to allow them to watch the country for proceedings. So that is the second point, and he very systematically did it. And now it has come to know that one of the conspirators had visited the new parliament during the previous session also, one of the previous sessions. So that is the second point. It is something which has been happening over a long period of time. They have systematically planned it. And the most unfortunate part is, see how well entrenched or well rooted, deep rooted the toolkit is. You have to see from the fact that immediately somebody from the United States issues a statement, some US or government official, that Pannu's life is under threat.
Yes.
Pannu's life. Now Pannu's life is not under threat. After this unfortunate instance of having penetrated into the parliament by these disgruntled people, none of them will ever stand the test of being nationalist. One is a Andolan Jeevi from the Kisan Andolan, that Restless Andolan and all those things, and she has been doing that. She is a Congress member. Another is a TMC member. Other two people or other three people, their background is not known. Somebody is reading Bhagat Singh or some. What are they trying? They are trying to do a heist into the parliament, and ultimately, how did that canister come in? See, I know I worked in the parliament.
Yes.
I know that even with if you throw in the canister in your shoe, with a simple small pebble, if you have to walk 10 steps, it is painful. And you are saying that the canister was put into the shoe and gave out. I don't agree to that view. Somebody has already helped them take the canister, and anybody who can escape frisking, my friend DCP Special Cell is already there, ex-DCP Special Cell. Anybody who wants to come out inside this, the frisking is so robust. So it's so robust that except even the senior government officers like the Joint Secretary and the Additional Secretary coming to Parliament on official duty,
yes,
they are frisked elaborately. So only a member of Parliament or somebody like that could have escaped, or a watch and staff could have escaped the frisking part of it. So they were allowed to walk in? How was it facilitated? And later on handed over in some whatever ways and means it will all come out. The most important part is, after this unholy penetration into the parliament, the statement had been made that Pannu could now brazenly say that, look, after I threatened that the government of India escalated the security and the intelligence to the highest point, and still our people can penetrate into the parliament. Immediately the next day, as an adequate safety measure, some Nikhil Gupta or somebody is rotting in the US jail. He is being harassed. He has been shown as the conspirator was killed. I do not know how much truth is there, because the government is continuing to deny. So these dots have to be joined, and you will find India very, very big anti-India conspiracy, which is now, especially anti-present government is running on a juggernaut. It's a development juggernaut. That anti-conspiracy is getting more and more restless and coming out with new statements. And the irony is, our own opposition MPs not only facilitating them, in fact, rather feeding them and enabling them to hide the issue is the most unfortunate in such an hour of crisis when the parliament
Absolutely.
has
And
been
RVS
convened.
Mani,
I expected maturity from the opposition MPs.
yes,
Thank you.
and one thing that you've said, Ellen Rao, let me bring you in on that issue. A lot of people are wondering, yes, okay, you getting a pass into the parliament and managing to come inside the parliament, that aspect has to be looked into. But as far as the canisters are concerned, as RVS Mani also pointed out, that it does seem that this was an insider job, that somebody from the inside was trying to help out these people. We've also seen in the past in cases where explosives have made their way into airports or aircrafts or other such situations. It is always and always a person on the inside who is helping out, who has the ability to sort of bypass the security measures that are put in place. If that is so, Ellen Rao, then what become the next steps in terms of this probe? The person who got the pass issued, the people whose photographs are now coming out with the masterminds and other accused, how do we then join the dots with also now a man sitting in America who's already threatened of doing this?
Yeah. Yes, Devika ji. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yes. So the possibilities cannot be ruled out, as Mr. Mani is saying, but the actual thing will come out after the interrogation and conclusion of the investigation. And this possibility of the canister being supplied from inside, that can also be possible. But and that also similar is that our Air India Indian Airline flight was hijacked because the weapons were given supplied from within the aircraft by some crew members. So that possibly is being probed into, and unless and until we find out some concrete evidence about to say it, then it will be too early to say anything about it. Let us wait and watch from the investigation result and the inquiry being conducted at the level of Parliament House. Number two, this investigation is being done by special cells, sleuths of Delhi police. They are very competent to investigate from all the angles. I think now they have taken these accused persons out of Delhi to get more and more clarity on the allegations and what they have explained to the investigators. So far as the issue of the issuing pass is there, then every member has been given power to issue passes to the public persons belonging to their own constituency or somebody else known to them, and that is a routine practice. And to verify the person's antecedents and what is their intention, that I think that any MP cannot verify that thing at their own level. The person is being issued any pass, that MP cannot find out what is his intention. So this is something very usual thing, that I don't think that issuing MP is guilty in this, because he cannot be the same party, ruling party. And that one thing is also coming in mind, that the conspiracy of this being a very bigger conspiracy to defame our country nationally or internationally. And there may be the political parties who intentionally got this pass issued from the MP of BJP. That may be the reason, and that will come out later on. But because the parties, the accused persons who are found in the pictures with some other party, TMC and other Congress and some Andolan Jivi type women, they are there. But it seems that they wanted to defame our country by doing all these things, and just to demonstrate and terrorize the MPs, just to create an impression among the people of world that India is not safe. That I think if this is the intention of some interested parties or some political motive is there, then I think that it's a very unfortunate part on our country's political system. that should be seen, and if it is there, then definitely those party people should be bring into the books. And I think after interrogation, if there are evidences of what we are thinking about it, then definitely they should also be held responsible and they may be arrested in this case. Let us wait and watch what is the outcome after 7 days police remand of these accused persons, and if some more investigation is left out to be carried out, then the remand will be continued after 7 days also. The court may be requested that look, we have done such things during these 7 days. Now we want to do such more things, and that's why further police remand is required. And I think so that extension of remand will be requested again on the basis, because there will be a very lot more investigation is yet to be done, and so many other things are to be revealed. And I think that after this conclusion of the investigation, you will find something very revealing aspect about this case.
At the same time, Himanshu, but the fact that all the people belong to such different parts of the country, is that also something that has to then be looked into? How exactly were all of them related to one another? What really made all of them come together? Yes, obviously it's a diverse country, and I'm not saying that somebody from the north can't be friends with somebody from the south. That's not what I'm trying to allege here. What I'm saying is that it is bizarre that 5 people living in different cities come together to plot this sort of an attack, which probably did take months of planning, and they have admitted themselves that they were using technology like Signal and other such mediums to converse with one another. And the police at the same time have not managed to recover any phones from this Lalit Jha, the mastermind. They believe that he's destroyed all the evidence as far as, he's managed to at least cover those sort of tracks. In that sort of a situation, what really then becomes the way forward for the investigation, for them to actually find out beyond just trying to get statements from them, how to take this forward? I'll take an answer from Mr. RVS Mani and Mr. Ellen on this as well. But Himanshu, I'm running out of time, so 1 minute to you, sir.
If I tell you something, that they had been planning that is what they have said. They had been planning meticulously for 1.5 years and were trained for this.
Yes.
They were connected in some way through social networking. That's number 2. Number 3, the issue here is all of them are said to be unemployed by certain people. If they were unemployed, how did they get cell phones, smart cell phones? How did they get money to travel to Delhi? How did they get money to do a recce of the parliament? These are all the questions that need to be asked. So the very obvious thing is someone was playing their host. And who was that host? If someone was playing a host and someone was providing money to the host, who was that provider of the money? So the whole thing runs very deep, as Mr. Maniji has already said. This is a sinister plot to defame the country and warn the world that India is not a safe place. Stay away. The way you see, India is on the verge of becoming the 3rd biggest economy in the world in a year's time. There are elements playing against the country.
Yes.
They are trying their best to, deflate this or derail this progress. And this is what will happen. This has been happening one after another. Hindenburg report, economic terrorists. We have a new law there. Today, if that happens, Hindenburg will be an economic terrorist. It has started all the way from there. And then that BBC cabal came. Then we had that Pahalwans. Then we had that Farmers Andolan. Then we had Shaheen Bagh. Everything happened. See, it's a progression which is going on. And this will all naturally lead to 2024 general elections. Because certain people will be nowhere to be seen if they lose that election after 2024. And this is what is a toolkit operating, trying one more thing, and another thing will come up in 15 days. Something else will come up.
Right.
This is the progression which is going on. Maniji will substantiate more than that.
Okay. RVS Mani, your last word.
Maniji.
Devina, I have been saying that the security and the diplomacy is as strong as the political leadership allows them to. And political leadership, you have seen the muscular diplomacy as well as the muscular security counter-terrorism measures. And this is what is not palatable to people who are not in the, because they have been sleeping with the terrorists, to say the least. They have been facilitating them, and so many things have happened in the recent past. We are all very well aware of it. That is number one. See, election or no election, that is there because it is called a psyops. Ellen Rao would put it better, psyops. Now, of course, special cell, I rate it very high, even one of the best intelligence counter-terrorism agencies in India, in Delhi Police, specifically Delhi Police Special Cell. I don't know whether it is. And at a particular point of time, they tried to even weaken this special cell by transferring officers, framing officers in honey traps, and so many things happened. He knows it. Even attacking one officer in Nizamuddin in Delhi. These are all happened. So special cell also, this toolkit is always after them. That is a separate discussion for a different day. They are trying to weaken the toolkit. Is not just about carrying out narratives, carrying out press narratives, mobilizing members of parliament, opposition people being mobilized together, unity among them. That is not the something beyond that. How come that immediately after the parliament attack, when Nikhil Gupta is found to have been brought and he is being arrested? What is the Nikhil Gupta? Till the previous day, they did not. Immediately this comes out, the Delhi Police Special Cell takes action. So the larger points have to be connected. That is what is it. And still, even now, as Himanshu Bhatt said, India is on the verge of becoming third largest economy. Third largest economy as per the rating agencies of, see, the three largest economies are in Asia, and the rating agency in Europe are Atlantic based. So if you really have to give a neutral rating agency, we may already be a third largest economy. But that is a secondary question. I don't want to get into that.
Right.
That is the reason. The juggernaut has to be stopped. Whether it is Modi has to be defamed or the juggernaut has to be stopped, whatever may be the agenda, the juggernaut of Indian development has to be stopped. Everything is working toward that. And that is what we have to be always, that is where I appeal to the opposition. Please stand for the national interest. Settle your politics outside. Your house is yours, you settle it inside the house, but stand for single nation. One nation, our Prime Minister is saying one earth, one nation. See, let us stand for one nation.
Right.
That is very vital here at this stage if you want to really be recognized as a third largest. I said recognized as a third largest economy. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Ellen Rao, last word to you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. I just want to clear out that point which you raised, that the mastermind has destroyed the mobile phones. That will not affect so much of the investigation. Definitely have some denting in that. But after getting the CDR, call detailed records of all the persons, that will be analysis, and in that analysis it will be come out when they were when and where they collected, they were, to whom they are in touch with that, and who is the financier, as Mr. Bhatt is saying that somebody might have been also financing these persons. It will be definitely come out, because this very deep conspiracy cannot be done without any financing. So the connection of these persons and the connection of other persons who are in the conspiracy theory, then they will also come out with the investigation, I think so. And when the phones have been stated to be burnt, if really these have burnt, then another section will be added, that is 201 of IPC, that's destroying the evidence. That will also be imposed and invoked in this case during the investigation. So I don't think that the police will definitely I think that police will definitely come out with the real culprits, up to the real culprits, by thoroughly interrogating and analyzing all the CDRs of all the persons, because that is a very good piece of evidence. They will reveal that with whom they were connected and where they were meeting together also. Their joint meeting will also be revealed by that CDR analysis.
Okay, all right. On that note, I've run out of time, but I thank all of our guests and experts for joining us to take this conversation forward. Of course, the probe is currently underway, and we are expecting more information in the next 10 to 15 days. What that will reveal will really set the tone for the next few months as India heads towards its next general election in May 2024.
For more such videos, Subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.